I'm loving how the character is looking right now. At least in the AI art I've seen, it's really amazing. And I'm really hoping that we can get a really great looking character in the game. Seeing the announcements that they posted on Twitter, I want to talk about this new hero, and I kind of want to also talk about what these new heroes mean. I think too often we see the new hero, we're like, oh, new shiny thing. And I don't want anybody to get me wrong. This is exciting for me. As someone who hasn't played AFK Arena and hasn't jumped into that universe of games, I don't have anything to reference off of, but it does seem exciting. So I want to share with you why I'm excited about this character, but I also want to share with you why I'm cautiously on the negative side of optimistic. What do they call it? Pessimistic, I suppose, because there are some things that I think we've been addressing in the past few streams, in the past few YouTube videos I posted to my page, that I think still haven't been addressed. And so I want to talk about those things. I want to address those things in a way that I feel is fair. And I want to be, I don't want to be outright negative. So I want to share first what I think about this news, about AFK Journey's news. And then I'll follow it up with maybe some of my criticisms. I want to be fair about this. I want to be balanced with this. So who is Talene? Who is Talene? Well, one, Talene is a very interesting character, but two, a great character to get some AI art from if you're looking for that, because dear Lord, some of this art is insane. It's really good. So if they do it in the art way that they do it in AFK Journey, like they change it the way they change it, if it looks anything like a Muriel artwork, oh my god, I might have to just reform any opinions I say today. Anything might be subject to change. This is going to be a celestial hero. We had a Hypogean hero. This is a celestial hero, faction Celestials. What is her type? She is a support type. Now, will this match 1-to-1? I don't know historically how much this matches, but something I found interesting is I think the abilities, for the most part, they fit just as much as they could into AFK Journey. So the first ability is called Fireborn. Now, of course, this is the level 1, and it does increase a decent amount across as you get higher levels. But at the level 1 unlock, Talene goes Phoenix in a move called Fireborn, the form that lasts until death and converts 90% of her current health into a permanent shield of equal value, plus an additional extra permanent shield on top of that is equal to 20% of her max health. Talene's normal attacks will turn into close range area attacks that deal 150% damage while in Phoenix form. To me, this looks like an ultimate. This looks like an ultimate. So this looks like once you hit an ultimate, just pop this form, basically gain a shield, and then an additional shield, and then she becomes this close range hero. I think that this would be an interesting play if they were to, because something that I think that is important, I think when you're adding new heroes to a game, I think to a degree you have to modify how abilities work to make their ability either synergize with other characters or to make it synergize with the game overall. And so I think that where that's been lacking in the past, this could be a great opportunity to take characters like Lucius, to take characters who already have great shielding, characters like Aaron, and have them added to the game and see how we can modify how shields work. So Fireborn, possible ultimate, Meteor Shower. Talene calls down a fiery meteorite that deals 200% damage to a single enemy target. When Talene is in Phoenix form, meteorites will continually fall randomly every 0.5 seconds upon random enemy targets for a certain duration of time. So, a big meteorite strike and damage over time. And then, of course, that increases more and more as you level up. Next one is called Phoenix Rising. Every time Talene dies, she transforms into a fireball. While in this state, Talene recovers 7% of her maximum health every second and cannot be targeted by her enemies, but will still receive the positive effects of her allies' abilities. Once Talene's health reaches 50%, she is reborn, resulting in a brilliant explosion that deals 200% area damage to enemies. Talene's recovery rate is reduced by 20% every subsequent time that she transforms into Fireball. Now, this could be a great Mythic Plus ability that I think could be interesting. While this is kind of like, it screams like passive effect, I think it would be an interesting play to see how we could have this. The main part I'm looking at right here is she recovers 7% of her maximum health, but will still receive the positive effects of her allies' abilities. I want to see if this recovery would be an interesting like experimentation or play off of someone like Thorin, who does have that cheat death but does drop aggro. So we have a lot of characters like Brutus, Thorin, and now this character who have these cheat death effects where it's like, all right, you can't touch me for a bit. I'm immune to damage during this time. But she's the first where I've seen is not only is she recovering health, but she's also receiving positive effects from other allies. So I want to see how that can play into the game. I think it's an interesting ability. I like it a lot. Afterglow, a passive ability that allows Talene's two weakest allies to respectively recover 150% of Talene's attack rating as health each time Talene cumulatively loses 10% of her max health. Like, she feels like she would be kind of like the bullet sponge, but the character you want to be the bullet sponge because you want her to get damaged. You want her to get hurt. That's a weird thing to say, but it's interesting ability. So we already have 4 abilities. And like I said, I don't know 100% if these are going to be how the abilities work, but already I like how this could play into the game because it seems like it could fit into it in some strange way we haven't seen before. So a bunch of these after this are just upgrades to the prior abilities, increasing of damage, attack rating, etc., or health recovery, etc. But I want to talk about the item because, of course, whenever we get the EX weapon, there's always something that is an item that we can upgrade. So this is called the Heart of the Phoenix, a powerful and extremely rare stone that was forged with Kor's cradle. The flame that burns within it can never be extinguished. Very, very poignant. I like it a lot. Skill, Resurgence. Talene's attack rating is increased by 10%, and her defense rating is increased by 20% every time she is reborn. So, while we are getting a reduced recovery rate, we are getting increased defenses. So she is the tanky character. She's the character who's not tanky, or maybe not tanky enough, who becomes tankier and tankier as the battles last longer. And as you guys have probably seen in this new season, battles are lasting longer and longer. So as this upgrades, her attack rating is increased by 20% and her defense rating is increased by 40% every time she is reborn. So not only are we getting increasings to attack, but also to defense. So she's got attack. She can receive benefits from her allies while she's recovering. She has defensive moves that keep her alive. Honestly, it's super hard for me to place where she would be. Like, I understand it says support to me, but to me this screams like this almost screams like she would be, I don't know, like a tank, but then like oh, that feels warrior, or this feels like like a rogue with the damage, or maybe a mage. So maybe support is the best thing in here, but she's kind of got it all is what I'm seeing here. So the last thing I wanted to talk about was the this says the furniture set bonuses, but I thought this was really interesting. It says 3 out of 9 mythic pieces. Talene deals 110 AoE damage per second to nearby enemies while in her fireball state. 60% of the damage dealt to enemies is converted to Talene's health. So basically, once she enters into that state, she's going to be able to deal AoE damage, sort of like how Florbell's ultimate has that big AoE slam, but instead of just dealing damage for the sake of damage, she's dealing damage for the sake of healing. And then the 9 out of 9 is when there are any allies in a battlefield with lower percentage of health than Talene's own, she actively converts 15% of her health into a permanent shield of equal value for herself. If the value converted exceeds 10% of Talene's max health, a meteorite with the same effect as the ability Meteor Shower will be summoned against a random enemy. So it's like not only a defensive ability, not only a support ability, but also an attack ability dealing the Meteor Shower damage, which, in case you don't remember, was 200%. It can be upgraded to 240%, and then even further to 280%. And she has extra healing abilities. I'm loving all of these healing aspects that Talene is going to have. I cannot imagine there being something where it's like this character's not good. This seems like, honestly, this is the damage character who's got a lot of healing support, but also enough tankiness to be a real staple character in any setup. And so I'm wondering how this is going to play out. I wonder how these abilities are going to be modified and changed. I'm loving how the character is looking right now. At least in the AI art I've seen, it's really amazing. And I'm really hoping that we can get a really great looking character in the game. I think it'll be great for the game. However, this was the announcement. The stars from the Stargate station are combined in a special image. What's this? Something is happening. As you may or may not know, they announced that in the previous talk with the devs that we're going to have somewhere in the range of 2 to 3 celestial hypogean heroes. So that likely means that we have 1 to 2 like celestials or hypogeans that we're going to be adding. So this would be one of those 2 because we already have Freysto. So we could have one more, possibly, but that we're also missing out on what, 4 heroes as well. And we just had Freysto not too long ago. If you guys pull up your launchers with me, I'm sure you'll see that Freysto is still on the current news, right? Are we all at a stage right now where pulling these guys and getting them to Supreme Plus is taking this little amount of time that a Hypogean or Celestial hero is appropriate right now? And so right now, and this is what I've been saying in my past videos, I have a real problem with the releases of these heroes. It seems like it has no foresight into looking into the player base that plays this game. We just got Freysto, and we're just now starting to rank him and re-rank him with the new season to see how he plays, and we're already getting another hero in here, and people are still talking about, and maybe this is because people are still talking about, like, no matter what, Even with Freysto, you still want to S plus your Rainier. Maybe they're tired of Rainier being on top, and that's the idea. But like, why are we in such a rush to have this stargazing hero when we just finished having Freysto being like the featured hero, replaced by Soren and Olmus, which were A-tier heroes, which looking back, I honestly should give it more credit. I think we should have more A-tier heroes before we have more S heroes, because it's important that we balance the two, but also being the last S plus or S hero, and now we're getting another time we have to stargaze. I wasn't able to save, but in these past few weeks for enough to even pull one of these. And the thing is, when I pulled Freysto, I no pity pulled him off of a single pull. I was insanely lucky. It's gonna happen again? It's not gonna happen again. So it's like we're put in another situation where it's like, why are we trying to constantly pull for these heroes that the only way to access tokens that give us pulls to these heroes is spending money? And it's not even a direct route. It's like, it's just super indirect route that like requires some sort of bundle to get the tokens that you're looking for. I can't even properly whale for this to get this hero. I can't save for it. And so of course I guess I'll still work on getting Rainier. I don't know. I want to be excited about this hero, but like, why are we in such a rush to throw a new hero into this mix? So first comment that says, it says insane to release one of these while giving us 2 pulls a month. Exactly what I'm saying. And for those of you who don't know, what they're saying is, if you go to the Emporium right now, the only way to get stargazing tokens is to go to the recruitment store and get them. And they're not sitting there refreshing all the time. This refreshes in 2 days. This is like, what, a weekly thing? We're not getting this stuff daily, folks. It's just not happening. And so it's like I got 24,000 token. I got 24,000 on my guild tokens. Like, maybe I shouldn't buy a Rainier. Maybe I should just buy one of the other one. But then that delays Rainier. My Rainier is not even legendary right now. Not even legendary right now. Like, what am I supposed to be doing during that time? Been playing AFK Journey for a little more than 2 months, and now still I'm unable to get my Rainier to Mythic Plus. Exactly. I want to be excited for all these new heroes and all, but what's the use if I can't even play with them? A little more stargazing currency would help us. Exactly. Give us more tokens, because there's not enough to go around currently. There is not enough to go around for us to even get excited about this, because we're all on the stage of we're being hammered into us. We need our Rainiers to get them to at least Mythic Plus. It's every character, but we need to at least get them there. And I can't even do this. I'm in a level 6 guild. I max out my tokens all the time, but it still takes me weeks to get my tokens, because I'm not ranked. I'm not in a ranked guild. I didn't get in the highest level guild like all of my comments say in my YouTube videos. I seriously scroll my YouTube videos and I see them, and some of these people go, why don't you have your Rainier up to Mythic Plus yet? I got 3 no pity pulls on Rainier and maxed out tokens because I'm in the top ranking guild and got it in a week. You didn't do that? No, I didn't. You are not releasing Talene this early. You are not releasing Talene this early. Exactly what I'm saying. It doesn't make any sense. Can we actually get something in the game to pull on Stargaze? Because behind top 100 in the first server, it's near impossible if you don't pay. Make it possible to pull with gem, or give everyone a way to get someone to pull them weekly. If you have AFK Arena, why did you make such a rookie mistake? People are spitting facts on this Twitter. Facts on this Twitter. Why is there not something to give us stargazing tokens? Make Arcane Labyrinth clears give us like a single stargazing token. There's nothing in Arcane Labyrinth anyways. There's nothing there. Might as well. Honestly, first make Stargaze currency more easier to get for free to play. Then maybe expect people to pull. Unless it's a code for 10 free pulls at the Stargaze station, I'll keep it a buck with you. No one asked. Honestly, when is the last time we got codes? Like, after they did all the influencer codes, when's the last time we got any codes? Honestly, I don't remember the last one since like the whole Ludwig video. And that was it. This guy. This guy, I'm pretty sure this is copied from a Reddit post, but that's funny. That's funny. We need more story. I finished the main game in an event of a span of 2 months. There's no reason for me to play until September. Honestly, I feel people on this experience. I don't think more story is what I need. It's what I enjoy to have. It's kind of what I expect to have when you're adding new heroes. I'm tired of them adding new heroes and there's nothing specific that we're getting from getting these new heroes. Like, we got Olmus, but we didn't get anything leading up to Olmus for us to really care at all of why Olmus or how Olmus exists. We're just expected to know that, oh, he's from AFK Arena, so like, you know, if you know him, then the lore is there. It's like, no, some of us don't play AFK Arena. So no lore sin. All I know is Spain without the S. I just got the tree grads Addy. I honestly, I feel like I skipped the last 2 heroes, and I felt like I could have skipped Freysto, to be honest. I still like Freysto as a hero, but I wish I wouldn't have tried to pull for him. That way I could have spent that luck on getting another Rainier token instead. So honestly, people are saying the same across the board. Someone's saying Eomir instead. So I mean, that's interesting, but guys, I want to be excited about this character. This character seems really cool. There's a lot of aspects about the abilities that I think I really like. However, what I can't get super thrilled for is the fact that pulling this is already out the window for a majority of the player base. And so it's like, what are we doing in reality? Honestly, I feel like it'd be better if you just gave people give everyone a free Celestial and Hypogean hero, and then, you know, you can make all the mythic pluses and above for all the paid players. But I mean, like, seriously, can we get a fem hypo, please? I mean, I guess I don't think that fucking matters at all. But ultimately, guys, be excited for the hero. I really hope everyone can enjoy this as much as possible. I hope some of this information was helpful for you and helped you understand the character a little bit more in case you didn't know anything about the hero before. I'm excited for this hero to come to the game, but I'm also hoping that this comes with some this comes with some stargazing tokens, you know, like, just give me some more possibly. If not, then I guess we're not pulling for him, boys. All right. And guys, if you like the video, give it a like, subscribe to the page, comment with, I don't know, what would you like to see in the game that changes how these heroes are being released? Because right now, I don't know if it's working. I don't know if it's working. And while you're in the Discord, please do advocate for, say, ShawnSetGO should be in that beta testing realm, that PTR realm. All right. You know, put them in so we can test all this stuff out before it's released, before we put tweets out like this. But I do stream Monday, Wednesday, Friday at ShawnSetGO. Hit me up there. Follow me there. Follow me on Twitter. I am active on there, even if I don't post a whole ton. And also join our Discord. We have a lot of people who like to play gachas. Right now we're playing Wuthering Waves and AFK Journey, so I'd love to see you all there. And until the next one, may fortune favor your journey. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.